we are so good at hiding emotion that it is probably the toughest thing to pick up unless you are. Tats is one of them, myself. We will openly want to talk about problems. You are one of those people. You'll never know. I have to ask you. It's taken me 4 or 5 years. Take that face off.
In there, I think it boils down to introspection. Looking into yourself. Understanding yourself. Understanding what takes you down. What brings you up. What you actually enjoy. Because men do a lot of, the guys like golf, so I'm gonna play golf.
I'm gonna play,
and I'm gonna say I love golf.
Someone else plays golf 2 and 3. So my advice would be, if we can just take a tip of the iceberg of what women do, because women share, literally just like that. If you say to a woman, let's meet as sisters and let's just cry together and just speak about our problems, they're quick. Go on.
Welcome to the Man Podcast, where your mind truly matters. We're your hosts, Tatenda and Rudy. Here, we tackle life's challenges, foster resilience, and promote wellness. Each episode promises to make a difference, one viewer at a time. Buckle up for a journey of enlightenment, because in the world of man, it's not about the destination, it's about the journey. Stay tuned.
Okay, guys, welcome to another one. You're talking and we've just started. Okay, guys, welcome. It's Friday, we've made it. Again, I think we're in better spirits than we were last week.
It's Friday, then it's Saturday, Sunday. Copyright.
Okay. No, but it is good. It's good that it's the weekend again. Another week ticked off. How many more weeks until holidays?
All of them.
I think it's another 7 weeks for us. And I had a better week. I was off on Monday, not feeling great. But I think I'm a bit better. We had a good cricket weekend.
I thought you guys said you lost. So
we drew.
How was it? Oh, is it?
We drew.
Yes,
so
okay.
we came off 3 losses and then against weaker teams, and then drew to a much stronger team.
And yet I still found a way to do what I do best and avoid a 50.
He did throw away a 50. He did.
So at 50 avoidance?
43 of 26. And
Please
then I
ask
popped it
him
straight back
how.
to the bowler.
How were you out?
So this oak, Dale Steinlike, quick, cheated the run up, ran about 50 meters past, goes, delivers a speech. Then I'm there playing with a torn tricep, I can't, and then just hits the top of my bat on the splice, hits me in the face, and goes straight to the guy. He caught me. Yeah, caught
Okay,
me.
Wait,
so
cotton bowled.
So what really happened is it was the second change bowler. He was pretty slow.
So it wasn't as quick as you say.
No, it was so slow.
It
I
was
just
literally-
flicked him,
He just bottom hand came through on trying to be a defensive end, just spooned it back.
but I couldn't
on
lift this hand up
40?
posture.
For a guy that is on 40 odd, you're seeing it
Off
like a
20
soccer
something.
ball.
Off 20 something.
You're seeing
43
it
of
like a
26.
soccer ball, basically.
So again, like I said, I did hurt my arm the week before. I couldn't lift it past here. So everything I played was more bottom hand.
The over before he pulled the fastest guy on the field for 1 bounce that didn't change.
Yeah,
half.
but that's a
So
pull.
much for that top
so-
end not working.
Yeah. Anyway,
I play the pool with my bottom hand.
so it was a better week for cricket for us. It was a better week. I think work-wise is a bit more chilled.
A little bit.
But I suppose every bit we take, we're getting better. And Tats, your week?
Yeah, I was sick. I think this was a very, very tough week. I had ulcers. So it started off on Sunday night. Like, I just feel this tingly sensation up in my abdomen. Right at the top, right by my chest.
Yeah.
So kind of felt like someone was literally taking a knife or a scissor and just going up and down.
Old
So
age
it
is
started
real,
off,
man.
old age is real. Yeah.
Old age.
It is real.
The stomach doesn't
It
work
is
like it
real,
should.
yeah. So Monday, Tuesday, I was down. I was going to work, but yeah, it was not
it
great.
doesn't help.
Yeah. I only became a human being probably on Thursday-ish, Friday-ish. So like now I've woken up and I've actually had a good night's sleep.
Good. Trist?
Yeah.
Overall?
Yeah.
Give us a rundown.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean,
Okay, so you
The
had a
Springboks
yellow-
won.
Oh,
Okay, yeah.
did you see who they played?
Yeah. But the thing is,
Portugal.
we almost made a meal of that. But anyway, yeah.
Right? But also, I think the ref was a little bit harsh on us.
Yeah, true.
Guys, the topic today was a bit weird. We actually just discussed it last week. We were going to do it last week. And I'm a bit anxious and weird. Like I feel
Well, we
weird
can
feeling
see
like-
he's literally closed
Yeah,
off to us.
exactly.
like,
He's
it's
quiet.
stressed out.
It's not
Especially
stress-
no. Before you go, actually, Rudy, you said Monday you were sick. when did you recover? When did you feel like, no, this is me back?
I don't know. Like, I can be pretty much a big prima donna, so I'm still not feeling great.
By about 12 on Monday, he felt
Oh,
fine.
so you're fine then that Monday?
I just said that. It's not true.
Okay.
Okay, this guy. Anyway, no, I'm a bit apprehensive about this topic, and the reason is that it's questions we're gonna bounce off each other. So we're gonna ask. There's questions that we've all done some research. We've posted it amongst our groups, and we've had a bit of a discussion about the general questions or the FAQs around men's mental health for all people, what the stereotypes are, what information is available to people, how people can get help. So what we're going to do is, I think there's a few questions we'll ask.
There
you
is
can ask a person.
1 second disclaimer. I did not research. I like to talk about my feelings and thoughts on it. I have never claimed to be the most knowledgeable.
I've also not researched any of the answers.
I'm just
I've
saying
researched the
you-
Yeah, we
questions.
just went to Google and Google gave us.
Yeah.
But
What
I
I
didn't
think-
research.
I used AI. I used AI for the frequently asked questions.
Yeah, so
of
you found for the
2024.
questions. You
Yeah,
said
yeah.
we did research on the questions.
Yeah, yeah,
I don't
yeah.
want
Oh,
people to get the
okay.
assumption that
That
I'm speaking
we
from
sit down and
No, no,
a
research.
point of knowledge. I am speaking from a point of
view.
my
Point of view.
experiences
Yeah,
and
Yes.
my views.
I think that comes back again to the reason why we do the podcast is not because we've got it all figured out.
No.
Exactly.
Or that, mental health is nothing to us with.
Of
and it-
course, but that's why I thought it was
Yeah.
important that
And
I
it
just
just-
point out
And
that
it just shows exactly that we're here to discuss and show that we might not know everything, we might not know a whole lot about anything, but we're willing to and want to be able to talk about it and get another person's point of view.
Yeah.
Maybe there's knowledge. Like we found out recently that Tristan's the man of wisdom.
Yeah, jeez. After last week, you can just only ask, guys.
Yeah.
That to me resonated. I was sick the whole week.
Except
But
the only time you
yeah.
don't get an answer is how was your week?
Oh, wow.
yeah.
Yeah.
guys,
Anyway.
tough time never last.
So I'm gonna start, and I'm gonna post it to Tats. You can't see him, but the cool thing now, Tats has now finally got him. The studio is set up that he's got a mic now, but we have the power to switch him off.
So,
So
should he
you know,
annoy us?
if you can hear him, we've allowed him to talk. If
that
you
sounds crazy.
if you don't hear him, it's because he's talking a whole bunch of crap. And Tristan, who is closer to the switch, is going to switch him off. If he switches it back on, we know which cable to
I
unplug.
don't remember which cable it is. I could turn my own cable off.
I feel like this is a gang violence here. Against the one black guy.
you had a better chance to say something completely better than that, but you failed, and that's okay. I'm glad you didn't say what I thought you were going to
The
say.
viewers were going to... No. Okay, my question. Tats. How can men prioritize their mental health? What are the things that they can do? What is ideas you have? What advice have you given?
I think if we can just follow what the ladies do. I think today, of all days, okay, today is Friday, obviously, when we're recording this, but when we're recording this, it's a Monday that's going to be produced on a Friday, right? So I was listening to the radio, and the topic of the day was what's keeping you sane?
Okay.
So everyone was just calling in my kids, God, my job, and or my relationship, whatnot. What hurt me the most was the amount of ladies that broke down in a voice note. The amount of ladies that broke down because of what they're going through. And there's this particular lady, she said, I'm a divorcee. I've got 3 children and my kids are my everything. But I cry myself to sleep every single day. Until the point that I remember my kids, then I can just let me go out and go to work, even though work is hectic or work is a toxic environment. But what I'm trying to get at is the amount of women that were breaking down on a voice note and they're not even seeing their faces, and not even one gent sent a message there and say, I stay sane because of my kid, or I stay sane because of 1, 2, and 3. So my advice would be, if we can just take a tip of the iceberg of what women do, because women share. Literally just like that. If you say to a woman, let's meet as sisters and let's just cry together and just speak about our problems, they are quick. Go on WhatsApp, go on TikTok, go wherever social media, women are it's easy for them to share their problems than it is for us.
Do you think in saying that one, or like obviously back to the question of how you could prioritize, the things within how to a man's mental health, is to, in the light of the way women are able to know what their pick-me-ups are. Because, I mean, that we do know that, and Kaylee is exactly the same. A pick-me-up for her is, we as the partner can pick it up very quickly. It's, taking her out for a breakfast. Loves it. Immediate pick-me-up. Some quality time sitting, playing Uno, playing around with Dakota. Sometimes if it's just me, even me just playing with Dakota, I can see her looking at us. So do you think it's maybe one of the ideas is to be able to have a skill that a lot of women do, we're not saying all women do, but knowing what their pick-me-ups are to keep them more mentally, what we call it, mentally stable or mentally happy, mentally secure.
Yeah.
I
think so, actually. I think so. I don't think as gents we really know what we want. Yes, we're always pointing fingers at women that, geez, ladies, you don't know what you want. You have a man that makes you happy, you're going to complain that maybe he doesn't spend time with you, or he provides for you, he's not around, and. But in actual fact, we complain about mental health, but I really don't know. Because right now, if you were to ask me, Tats, what is your pick-me-up? Yeah. Maybe my wife may know, but honestly speaking, do I really think that I know what gives me or what pushes me out of that dark spot?
Yeah.
I can't really pinpoint per se. I don't know. Tris, what do you think?
I was actually going to go in there. I think it boils down to introspection, looking into yourself, understanding yourself, understanding what takes you down, what brings you up, what you actually enjoy. Because men do a lot of, the guys like golf, so I'm gonna go play golf.
And I'm
gonna say I love
someone
golf.
else. Someone else plays golf.
The oak goes there, and he's like, there is nothing
he's
in
the
the world
laughing stock.
I would rather do. Like, there's nothing I would less do. I'd rather wash the dishes than play golf. So introspection, understanding yourself, understanding kind of where you come from, understanding your prerequisites in terms of how you think and how you behave and how you do things and why those things are important to you. Men don't do that, and I don't do that, but I understand that it should be done. I'm just lazy.
So I can talk about that because I went through a phase, and it was actually prior to me coming on to the first podcast I did with Tats. I made a very personal life sort of milestone choice of, I'm only going to do things, be with people, and spend my time with things that are going to not just for myself, but do things that will benefit the people, the close circle around me, and benefit me as a father and as a role model and as a teacher and as a head of sports and all that. Because a lot of the time I found myself in that spot where I just, like you said, I was just doing something because I'm following the crowd.
Yeah.
It was the cool thing to do. It was one of the things was every single week. I mean, you were part of it. Tats has been part of it. You go to the action cricket in the week. I went there because all the gents went. And you drank because all the
and it's cricket, drank. So obviously and cricket is fun.
And then you go there for the fines. Why do you stay for the fines? Because all the guys are staying. And you're convincing yourself so much that this is what's my pick-me-up. This is what I look forward to every week. But then Friday you wake up in the morning and I'm feeling crap because I've drank too much. I'm sore because I've played a game that I don't necessarily enjoy anymore. I'm mentally tired and spent because we've spent the whole night talking a whole bunch of absolute nonsense.
Yeah.
But then we decided in the start of the year we were going to start playing paddle. And
don't let him pretend paddle was his idea. We will come back.
Yes, it was yours. Okay, but I'm saying we started playing paddle, and after playing it, really enjoyed it. It was genuinely something I wanted to do, and it was a real pick me up for me. I knew Sunday was coming. I used to dread Mondays. I was going, Monday's coming, but I knew Mondays meant Monday nights. Monday nights meant paddle. So I would get through work so quickly because I knew
can't wait.
8
I can't
o'clock
wait
at
to
night,
go there.
We're gonna go play paddle, and we had a good group of guys. I think winter probably hit also. I mean, yes, injuries,
You got hurt, bro.
but also like it was cold. I mean, we went that one night.
And I think everyone just stopped wanting to play with us.
Because we are the best.
Oh, were you beating
Why is he
everyone?
whispering? This guy's
Were
a
you
bit
beating
weird.
everyone?
I was like Batman to his Robin.
Oh my word.
Oh, okay, whatever.
Whatever
And
the
anyway,
fuck
I
says.
like what you're saying there. That a lot of times we tend to go with what the crowd is saying, and in as much as we say men need to be mature, but a lot of times the little boy in us keeps on playing along, to a point that you're like, do I even like going to play golf?
Yeah.
Do I even like walking for 18 holes or being in a golf cart with that guy or with that group of guys?
Yeah.
Maybe I don't. But then at the same time, I've seen a lot of times where there is this one mate that you know that keeps on screwing everyone up. And my wife always says, why do you keep on giving him a chance? Why do you keep on spending time with him? But because we are gents, I cannot come to Tristan and say, I don't want to be mates with you because you
Yeah.
suck.
Yeah.
So in as much as I know that Tristan may be going behind my back and he sucks and he's not having my back, I will never show him. That's the thing with us gents.
He just told
with,
me.
With women will always gonna be, if they're not happy with whatever you're doing to them,
You'll find out.
You'll find out.
Somehow,
It's
some way.
either they're gonna be grumpy or they're gonna be moody or whatever. But us gents, we tend to just go with the crowd. Like if the gents
Everyone
are
else
here, even
like
if I
him.
don't like them, we can sit in a room, not like each other, and still hold a conversation
Yeah.
for the whole day and not even know each other's names. Women don't do that. Maybe it's high time that we start saying, not.
Katie doesn't even do that with her people.
You
Oh,
see,
yeah.
exactly. But us gents, we can.
Yeah.
We can literally go and say we're going to a soccer match or a cricket match, sit down in the box and you know nobody, but you have a fat conversation, laughter and everything. You're like,
About the most random thing.
what's that guy's name? I
Yeah.
don't know.
So, guys, I think we did quite well on the first question, because if you go to the question again quickly, how can men prioritize their mental health? One of them was self-care, taking care of yourself, exercise, mindfulness, seeking support from friends and family and professionals. So we mentioned quite a few of those. Otherwise,
I mean, I'll be honest, we kind of deviated slightly.
Yeah, slightly, yes.
But
yeah,
I
yeah.
think, again, we were talking more about the mental aspects. It's very well documented. Exercise is a fantastic thing. And I think without even knowing it, us being sports people, when I don't play cricket in a week, we actually said it
You feel
in
it.
the first few podcasts. If I don't play paddle or cricket or football,
something, yeah.
Something.
I have the worst week afterwards.
yeah.
And it's not even, I know it's going to happen. It's just how
It
it
happens.
goes.
Yeah.
So find your thing.
It's just like not
find your
going
thing,
to
find
gym.
your-
The
yeah.
moment you start
gym.
going to gym and you stop,
Oh,
you're
it hits.
just
Yeah.
it's gonna just be a hell. At the same time, you enjoy that pain. It's painful. Yes, you did the squats and you saw,
It's a good pain.
but you enjoy it. Like, oh yes,
Yeah.
It's the
feeling
burn.
that pain.
Feel the burn.
My question, right?
Yeah.
Is it mine?
I was going to say it's Tatsy. That's a
Okay.
good question there.
Why are men less likely to seek help for mental health issues?
Why are men
Less
less
likely.
likely to seek help for mental issues? Tristan?
I think it actually goes back to a whole topic that we covered. It goes back to that societal idea and the cognitive understanding of what men are, what we believe men are. And I think now the fluidity of what men is, when you ask what is a man now, it's very difficult to answer that. But the first thing people think about is strength. And what do we associate strength with?
Man,
Actually being
Yeah,
being
stoic.
physical,
Stoic.
physically,
No, but being stoic.
masculine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Stoic in nature. Stoicism, if you know what that is. So
Yeah.
it's the art of basically not caring is the book called Stoicism, the art of not giving a F.
Damn. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that is what generally, at least in our generations, men were. I don't know if they still are, because like I said, it's very fluid now. But that's what the adult men now have been almost pushed onto, and how men should be and how we should do things and everything like that. And the moment that you believe a man is a rock, a man is stoic, you will never let others see that pain. Unless it gets to a point where you can't hold it anymore. So, many men, I was about to go into a song, many men. But
Many man.
yeah, exactly.
Many man. Oh, not 2.5 men.
No, close.
Many man.
Okay.
Many
Dun, 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 dun,
men.
dun.
Okay, anyway. Many men really do have that perception and will hold on to it to the death, quite literally. Hold on to that appearance until the death, and especially for women, kids.
Yeah.
A brother to them who they know maybe is not emotionally strong. They will hold on to it, and it's tough. It's tough for them to go to someone random and say, or even someone even worse, someone they know, and that's the worst part.
Yeah.
Someone you know feels like the worst thing possible.
Because they're going to look at you differently.
Number one.
If I come to Rudy and say, Rudy, I'm going through depression, I feel weak.
Now, inside
Rudy is going to
you
look
go-
at me.
Even though he won't.
You want, yes,
But
yeah.
that's what you feel. And
Yes.
then that's the worst possible case. Then what's the next step? Go to a random. Now, I must tell this random person.
That I don't know.
That I don't know.
Yeah.
That could go and put this anywhere, which they would not, but I'm just going through the
Or they'll
thoughts.
go and tell their girlfriend, and maybe their
Yes.
girlfriend knows my girlfriend, and they're going to see me on social media,
Yes,
and
but
say,
they
oh, that's
would
the
never
guy.
do that.
Obviously.
But that's what
It's
we
scenarios.
do, that we play in our head. And then the anxiety circle puts you in this frenzy, and then eventually you go numb, and then you just let it be.
I think also, like, just from another point of view, is it, you look at like a generational point of view on it, of why men might not be able to speak. It's actually a double-edged sword, because I think more recently more men are talking, hence why we are here. But at the same time, we're talking because there's a lot more problems going around now. So yes,
Yes.
you're talking, but
So it's being reactive to a
it's-
problem.
Yeah, so I mean, I look at it. I mean, I go back to my childhood, and I look at the way my grandfather, my mom's mom, was with me. Yes, I know he loved me to the ends of this earth. He protected me for everything, with everything he does. But it was, if you saw, it's, are you bleeding? No, get up.
Yeah.
You know, are you sad? Oh, toughen up. And you know that was the mentality that was put onto me by my family. And my dad was slightly softer because he had a similar father to my mom's father. So he understood a little bit more. And obviously having an older sister, maybe it became a bit easier, because girls they are completely governed by their emotions, especially through their teen years. So I got a little bit more care and a little bit more of a, I won't say care factor from my dad and from my parents about my emotions. Yes, they actually had no idea what to go through with me, because I went off the radar, and when I was sort of grade 10 till my matric, I couldn't control my aggression, I couldn't control my temper. But eventually, after speaking to a lot of my adult family members and friends and whatnot, I got it under control. But that was because they would speak to me. So I can understand that from that generational thing of many years ago. It was, you don't talk about your feelings, you're a man.
Yeah, man, exactly.
You know, it doesn't
Tough
happen.
out.
That's
Now,
what we were saying, is that viewpoint
Tough
of a
out.
man.
Now-
Toughen up, buttercup. Yeah.
So now, in this day and age, it's completely different. Everyone must talk about their feelings. And you're going, yes, that is a very, very important thing in life. But it has brought up, or I think developed, a lot more people talking about maybe things that would never even people didn't even know it was a thing 20, 30 years ago.
Well, yeah, 100%. So actually, on what you're saying, I think now it's almost gone back to that in terms of when you hear now, just think about if someone overindulges in their emotions as a man,
Yeah.
even with kids now,
Yeah.
kids who cry a lot if they're boys, whatever it is,
No,
it's gone reverse back to where it's now like,
You immediately you'll get labeled. Immediately
Obviously,
you get labeled
yeah.
as feminine.
This kid
You'll
is
get-
weak. Exactly. Yeah.
You're
such a
feminine.
crybaby.
Yeah.
Come on, what kind of a boy are you? Yeah.
and it's not really fair. But again, it's like we said, it's the social viewpoint as a man. Like I said, now it's very fluid. It depends where you are. It depends on who you're around. You can go to the States, for example, and you'll get a very different definition of what a man is than what you will at a predominantly Zulu school in KZN.
100%. I mean, you it's the same. You go to like America, go to Texas.
And
You're
then,
still a man.
Yeah,
Everyone's got to be a
exactly.
man.
well,
there.
according to them.
Yeah.
But then you go to LA, and what a man is
It's
a very
completely
different
different,
thing.
yeah.
Different, yeah.
So it's all situational, and I think that is also a part of why people find it hard because you can grow up like you did, then move into an era which we have, and as I was growing up in late high school, whatever, and where now it became softer according to that generation. You get to that point, and now you have these two polar opposites. You have to be in the middle
to try and find your balance.
But
now.
that's what I'm saying. It's at the end of the day, it's all about how you are. That's why I said introspection.
Tats, did you think? I'm just thinking about it now, and I'm really like looking into myself. Did you find that you were able to talk about your feelings a lot more as soon as you had kids?
To a certain degree, yes, because I'm not. I don't know per se, but all I know is because my son became this emotional kid, I sort of like think that's me. Because my wife kept on saying, "This is your child," literally. The way he acts and the way you act is literally the same thing. So it sort of like gave me that. Oh, so I can be crying. I can be emotional because my kid is doing that, and my wife is labeling him as me. You understand? So
in a loving way.
Not in a derogatory way or
course,
disrespectful way.
It
No.
then allows you to feel that
Like,
it's okay.
it's okay
to
for me
have
to
that.
actually cry, because I still remember there would be times whereby we're sitting in bed and I just go, flipping now, I just feel like crying.
But I mean, for me,
And literally I just goes.
maybe it's because maybe it's because I've got a baby girl, and you knew me before Dakota. You knew me before Dakota.
Yeah.
Completely different people. I can look at myself and I go, that's a different guy.
Being a parent changes you, definitely.
Because and I think that's also a huge thing for men is that I think once you
Dude, when I had my kid, bro, it went crazy.
imagine this guy's words of wisdom when he has a kid.
Jeez,
The-
bruh.
I don't have a kid.
Bruh.
But I'm just saying, imagine that discussion, or when that child's done something wrong, that conversation, that child is going to be like, I'm so
Especially
sorry,
when
Dad.
he said last week that before he gets into an argument, he thinks logically. And I'm thinking, geez, that woman must be so angry that, geez, Chama, raise your voice, be angry, or something. Actually, speaking of which, I read something on, it was on Facebook or Twitter, or some X.
Are you going to tell me that there's something wrong with me now or something?
And
Rudy
the
always
lady,
does this.
the lady wanted advice.
You just don't have a kid.
So the lady says we've been married for 4 years, and not even once has her husband ever been angry, raised his voice, or done anything to say, come on, or put her back into shape. Because she says she's very stubborn, and sometimes she just gets into an argument for the sake of just trying to get him reveled up and whatever. And you'll be like, love, do you really think it's worth us fighting? If you want to get that shoe, you can go get the shoes. If
But
you
is it
want to
worth
get,
it?
is it worth it for us to fight over it? Do we have the money for it, though? No, but I want this. Okay, so if you really want it, it's
Go
okay.
get it, yeah.
Jeez,
That
that's
sounds just like me. That sounds like
so,
you. Okay,
so she's
go.
like, is this a red flag or what? But this man
Sorry.
can never. He's got so much peace that sometimes I just want to get in there and say, just rattle the feathers a little bit so that he says, hey, woman, shut up. I'm talking to you. I'm your husband.
Jeez.
So here you are. Women are complaining that we've got peace. At the same time, someone is complaining that she's my husband. Everything is just nailed to the head, nailed
Do you
to
see
the head.
exactly that? That's what I'm saying. It's a very difficult middle ground.
Yeah.
Very, very difficult middle ground. Are you laughing at me for hitting the thing?
No, I'm just laughing at you. Hit us with the question,
All he does is laugh at me. I don't understand why. Remember I told you if I blink multiple times, I need help. So, Rudy.
Tristan, Paulius Merarius, the fifth of his name.
Rudicius Parisius, the 12th of his name, Lord of the Farquads.
You just
Okay.
called me short.
Of course. Okay. Ruz, what do you think the warning signs of mental health issues in men can be and are, in your experience?
Tats and I did a video where we actually did a reaction. Tats, I'm sure you remember it.
To the Norwich video.
Okay, so yes.
Yeah. You do actually know. You said it was one of the first times you saw it. I'd sent it to you years before when it came out.
Didn't remember it.
Really?
Yeah,
so-
I saw it. So I follow Norwich on Twitter. Don't
Wow.
know why.
I just bumped into it on, where was it? Was it on Instagram? I don't know, but I just bumped into it.
I can't remember what year they posted it.
Okay,
I think
anyway,
it was a
let me,
couple
let
of
me,
years
Anyway,
ago.
let me
yeah.
tell, let me tell the
regardless.
viewer. So if you've watched the podcast, that episode, great.
Then
So
I'll link it
basically, it's two guys, they're watching a football game together. one guy looks extremely depressed, and the other guy's trying to pick him up and get him all going, and they watch this game, they watch another game, and then a few games later they kept on going. You see a empty chair, but it wasn't the guy you expected to have passed away. It was the guy that had the smile. It was the guy that was happy, that actually took his own life. And he obviously not knowing that he was going through something. So for me, I'm completely behind that video, because I think with men specifically, I'm not speaking with everybody, but men specifically, we are so good at hiding emotion that it is probably the toughest thing to pick up, unless you are... Tats is one of them, myself. We will openly want to talk about problems. You are one of those people. You'll never know. I have to ask you. It's taken me 4 or 5 years. Take that face off.
I'm trying to be like the video. You said it,
Okay.
smiling, you sad. So I'm trying to be dead serious.
So-
do you know how hard it is? I was in my zone. I was thinking about cats. Like,
So the thing is, you one of those people that it's taken me a good 5 years to understand the way, like I said, the way you wired. I think that's how we ended the last podcast.
Yeah, the last one, yeah.
Is understanding the way you wired. But it is so difficult, predominantly with men, to identify those things or traits or, what maybe things that are going on or haven't been going on. So for me, I think it's maybe either inconsistencies in general behavior will probably be the only thing I pick up. So if you've been a certain way for a long period of time and you suddenly change, I might pick up on that. But if it's something small that you come to school one day or we go to cricket game and whatever, I might not even pick it up, because I think we hide it so well. But I mean, if I can see a continuous change going, listen, I remember the whole year last year you were so amped about this. Now it doesn't look like you got any drive or any happiness regarding that. So that's me. That's my only pickup. That's you?
Yeah, you're right. I lose interest quickly. Like
Okay.
you can sort of like tell that, no man, like you're saying that last year you were so amped up, or whenever I brought this particular subject, you would react differently or you'd be more excited. Now it's just, whether you pick it up or not. It's just like golf. There was a time that I was so pumped up about golf. Literally every weekend I want to go to the driving range or let's go for a round.
18 holes later.
Yes.
I'm done.
Then got to a point whereby Nathan would invite me, Coachy, let's go for golf. And I'm thinking,
nah.
okay, so how much is it? A round is, okay. So
Don't
it's-
do that to
So
yourself.
it's
You won't wanna play
250 rand plus the cut, that's another 250. Then we're
You're
gonna
looking
need-
for reasons why not to.
Yes.
Yeah.
Then we're going to need lunch. Then I have to drive to get there.
I think that'll be you as well. I think I've actually now you saying that's
Yeah.
Tristan. Tristan also he won't say no because he doesn't want to disappoint the person.
Exactly.
But you'll list the reasons of why we shouldn't.
Why? Exactly.
Maybe
Yes.
What, for golf? I
No,
love playing
no,
golf.
not golf, but things in general.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You'll list the things that could possibly
Dude,
go wrong.
I'm telling you, it's that book, the Dale Carnegie book, How to Make Friends and Influence People, so that it's your decision that we don't play. So I don't disappoint you.
Oh, so the person that is invited becomes, you're right, let's not do it. Not you saying, nah, I don't want to go.
Yeah, the guy that
I think it
invited
comes
me
back-
must
it-
go.
That
No,
book's
but
it's
then
like
it
that.
comes
the
back-
manipulator book.
It comes back
It
to our
is.
personalities.
It's about
though.
public speaking and about how. So before Rudy's now said I'm manipulating people.
Master
It's just
manipulator.
no,
Master.
far from it. Far from it. No, as with anything, if you want someone to build a good relationship with someone, it's very important not to often let them down. So the best way of doing that is, look, I'll often say no, but if I know like Rudy really wants to go, I'll test to see how much he wants to really go by like just mentioning things
But he's the
Then
one
I
that
might not
mentioned
enjoy
it,
about
though.
it.
that he might not like about
But
it.
then he's the one that mentions it, so obviously he wants to go.
No, yes, but then I
So
just
that's
remind
like
him,
saying, are you sure you want water? Like, are
No,
you
like,
really
let's,
sure?
Like, let's say he doesn't want to play golf that specific day.
Yeah.
Like,
Okay.
but have you checked the weather predictions? It's not looking great this weekend. You know, it's gonna.
But I
there's
know
a
someone
huge-
that
there's-
says, I know someone that does that.
Yeah, there's
That's
someone-
we're recording on Wednesday. Then on Wednesday, dude, I've had such a
He's
long
learned from
day. Yeah, I've had such a long day. But we've got a podcast already. We've got a video already. Can't we release that?
But,
Or
okay.
did you have an interview in the week?
I do want to.
But
bring
we
it
don't
back.
mention names, do we?
No.
No, we don't mention.
But we just, it's a white guy.
Oh.
Yeah,
with a
but
cap
we don't mention
and a
names.
blue
Kumza.
hoodie.
Pumza doesn't have a mic on.
But-
I just need a nod of acknowledgement. Is he not exactly the same?
Okay, guys, we've gone off topic now.
Okay.
So bring us back.
The point was, okay, how the signs of men's mental health. And like Rudy was saying, small changes, big changes, stuff like that. And quite often, the signs are there when a guy who's really introverted will begin to want to be in social groups. So I'll give myself as an example. I very seldom make plans to go out of my house, ever.
You are happy inside.
Not even just I can go to
You are
park
happy in your
by
own
myself.
space.
I'm happy with myself.
Oh, I see.
It's not that I don't like others. I love it. Like if Rudy says, let's go here, I'll happily go.
But you don't mind being alone.
Far from it. I'm an only child. I grew up alone.
So
easy.
it's not an issue when you're alone.
Yes. So if I were to start saying, let's go do this, let's go do this, let's go do this,
That's a sign.
that's something's not right. Why am I now
Yeah.
uncomfortable being alone?
And I would pick up definitely.
And the same thing with him. If he now goes 2 weeks without saying,
Dude, let's do this.
let's go drink brandy here, or then I'll be like,
Then
oh,
you'll be
Ruth,
worried.
Yeah.
something's wrong. Because every once in a while is not a sign. Remember, guys, you can have ups and downs. Really could be.
But a
now,
habit-
bro.
habit starts-
a hectic week, or maybe you're trying to do something.
Which
you
is
found out-
okay.
Yeah.
But it's just when it's now something that is now become a part of how they're behaving. That's something, at least for me, that I've realized and noticed that I didn't know before. Is that
I love
even
that.
introverts becoming extroverted is a
Then
cry for help.
extroverts becoming introverts.
Yes.
That's again.
100%, because like we're polar opposites in that sense. Even though I'm actually more extroverted in public and general, I'm very much in my space, whatever. I'm
Yeah,
private.
Once you put in the circle, you're fine.
Yes.
But you won't walk up
But
to the circle.
you're not gonna
I
walk
won't want
into
to,
this.
but
Yeah,
because I don't
Yeah.
feel a need to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, like me, I'll be like, hey, let's go check what that is.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but I'm like, why?
Like
now
me,
I'm
I
creating
will
more
never.
problems.
If there's a circle, I want to be part of it.
Yeah,
if
I'm
it's
the same.
fun, I'm
See, but
there.
it's
Yeah.
exactly-
Yeah.
FOMO is real.
Exactly.
I have
I'm
zero.
there.
I have fear of being there.
Not fear of missing out. So you don't have a fear of missing
Fobbed.
out. Even if you miss
Fobbed.
even if you miss out, you're like, oh, it's fine.
Oh well,
you
it'll
got
happen
fobbed.
again.
You remind me of my wife actually, and this, yes, we're talking about the gents, but my wife, if there was an opportunity for her to keep quiet for the rest of her life, she doesn't mind. Not saying that when there's people around she wants to keep quiet, but if there was an opportunity not to speak, she would take that opportunity.
So, but that's not me though.
Whereas with me, I'll have any opportunity to open
I
my
also
mouth.
love talking,
Yeah.
but it's just so okay. We can put it like this: we'll have plans to go somewhere, Kelly and I, and I'll just be like, I'd rather be at home, but then I'll go and I'll love it. So it's not like I hate it.
Yeah.
I'm just more comfortable. Just
You know what
sitting.
my wife would do? She'll be like, love, I want to go to the mall, right? So I'm going to work. I want to go to the mall. We're 2 cars by then. Okay, cool. No stress. Then she says when she was in the shower, finishes bathing, does her makeup and everything, she goes, do I really have to go?
I feel that in my bones. I feel
Then
that in my
immediately
bones.
she changes, she sits down. So when I come back
Yeah.
from work, I'm like, how was the mall? Like, I didn't go.
YouTube was
but
great.
You were watching. You were literally showering and doing everything. It's like, she just asked herself, do I really have to go? But I get those as well, where she's like, babes, can we go to the shop quickly? I need to buy 1, 2, and 3. And I'm like, dude, can't we do that online? Surely we can just go onto the app, order, and it
Exactly.
saves. Because I used to love driving. Any opportunity to get out and drive. Now when I get home, I'm like, man, do we have to?
But now exactly like you're saying, now imagine you were someone who every day enjoyed that shop run. Now for 3 days you've said, can't we just go online?
That's already a sign.
That's a sign. So we did deviate, but then bringing it back for me, signs like that, it's changes in appearance. I know it sounds weird, but if I just decided tomorrow to dye my hair blonde, I think Rudy would be like, whoa, something's wrong here.
Yeah, okay.
Right? Even though I've done it, but that was just because I wanted to. I never
But then
done it
changes
before.
are subtle.
Yeah,
It's-
but
it's-
so I'm
it's
saying
those
big
subtle
ones, but
changes,
they're small
yeah.
ones. I mean,
Yeah.
it could be, let's just say I don't wear this anymore, which you will never see me not wearing this bangle. If I just stop wearing it, maybe that's a
But it's gonna take someone that really cares or really
Yes.
knows you to pick up those things.
Or check out those finer
small things.
details. Yeah.
And that's where it is. And unfortunately, if you don't know someone that well, it's very difficult to pick
Yeah,
up.
if it's that person that doesn't have anyone close to them,
Yeah,
it's going to be
yeah.
almost or near impossible. To
And
pick up.
often, if you see it, it's like the week before where Ruz was saying I was,
You're out of it.
but that wasn't. I didn't have mental health issues. I was just done. I was just.
I
having a
don't
day.
think every time you have a bad day it's mental.
But that's what I'm
health
trying to say.
issues.
It's
Yeah,
easier to
yeah.
see someone having a bad day
And you think
than
they're
it is
having
to see
mental
someone
health.
struggle.
Yeah.
Because people struggle in silence.
Yeah.
People-
I think going back to that video that we watched, Rudy, the one that we reacted to, that's when you realize that, yes, just because I'm waking up today or I meet you today and I go, I've had such a bad day or such a long day, doesn't necessarily mean that I'm depressed. And a lot of people sort of take that into
them together.
if you are sad, then you are depressed. Someone can be a party animal and that's them expressing their depression.
Yeah.
So just because someone is not crying, it doesn't necessarily mean that they're not depressed. Yet society looks at the happy person as the one that has it all figured out. And the sad person is the one that is supposed to commit suicide. And I can speak for myself. When I watched that video, I thought the other guy was the one that was depressed, the quiet one. Because the happy one was going, hey, and he's happy, he's watching the game and whatnot, only to hear that he's the one that was going through depression. It's like, jeepers, wow.
Okay, I'm gonna cut you off before you even get a chance because I got to look at it first. Because I know you were about to move on. Am I
Okay.
wrong, Rudy? Tell them I'm wrong.
Rudy,
See
you're
what it
having a tough time.
Tell them I'm wrong.
Just get to it.
Exactly. You see, he's just sad that I beat him to it.
The
Okay,
last one.
the last one it
So
was.
mine is I've changed up the question to make it relevant to the two of you.
Oh,
Is it
okay.
the last one?
The very last question.
Okay, so I won't use that one
Okay.
because I was going to.
Okay, go.
Or do you want to go on to it now?
Go for it.
Come on, ladies. Get it
Right?
over and done
Hey,
with.
hey. Ladies are strong. He just called us strong.
Okay.
Okay.
You see, just turned something that was bad for good. There you go,
Okay.
right there.
This will be my last one. It'll go to Tats. Okay. Tats, can men's mental health impact physical health?
Absolutely. It's so funny that as you're asking that question, that's exactly where I was as well.
Yeah, I had an idea. I had a
Yeah,
feeling.
Yeah. It does, because women eat ice cream, eat a lot of junk when they are depressed. And
Stereotypically.
yes. And science shows that it makes you feel better, especially when they're in their menstrual cycle, they eat something chocolate, they eat junk.
Dopamine levels.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. So it's easy for you to stop going to the gym because, well, what's the point? Because we go to the gym because when you feel good, you look good, and you know your life generally
Your aura
turns.
changes, as
Yes,
the kids
everything.
say.
Even your step. When someone that's coming from gym, they walk differently.
Yeah.
Someone that's depressed, your shoulders sag, and yeah. Even though you not have the muscles, but you
But you
feel
still-
you feel swollen, and you're
Yeah.
like, yeah, come on,
You do the
yeah.
walk. Oh, sorry, bro.
Exactly, like,
Yeah,
yeah, bro.
it's also because it's sore. You
Yeah,
can't put
exactly.
them in.
Like I can't feel my thighs because I had leg day, bro.
Yeah.
I was just
The subtle flex of, oh no, it's sore because of
Exactly.
leg day.
Or standing up like, oof, leg day. Yeah, standing up. So
It's not
yeah,
wrong,
it to a greater extent it does affect, because one, you're going to start neglecting yourself from going to gym and eating whatever, because effectively whatever that you eat, if you don't work it out, it's gonna end up bubbling inside.
Yeah.
So yeah, it does affect.
And actually, to go on to that, I can actually speak about him. So, those of you would not have noticed because Rudy was not on. Rudy has lost quite a bit of weight. I don't know about in kilograms, but in terms of looks, and he's lost quite a bit over the last year and a half. And that coincides, funnily enough, with what he was saying, where he decided he's no longer going to put himself in situations where he's not happy, right? And he hasn't done anything different in terms of sporting stuff. As a matter of fact, it's probably decreased.
Yeah, 100%, definitely.
Right, but his appetite decreased because he doesn't feel the need, and that's something that's linked to depression, increased appetite,
Okay.
right? Wanting to eat more
Eat
because
more.
eating creates dopamine, makes you feel better for a while, and then it comes
Because
back
there's
down.
this void, you just want to fill
Yes,
up that.
100%, and the dopamine that you get from eating is addictive.
Sure.
So look at him and how he is now. If I had to take a year and a half earlier, it's a massive drop,
8 kilos.
8 kilograms.
Sure.
Now he's not a big man. 8 kilos is a lot.
That's a lot.
Okay. So I just, sorry, and I don't mean to use you. It's just it's just something that I picked up when I read the question.
And it was a physical thing as well, and I can tell you where it came from. So we'll leave my question for another time. So to wrap it up and explain to you exactly how your question makes sense to me, is that like it was something silly. We were at I think it was we were coming out of COVID. Things were coming out of COVID and whatnot. So end of 2022, start of 2023. And my sister had just bought a new car. We're at my parents' house. She's like, don't you want to wash my car as well? No, it's middle of summer. I'm like, yeah, sure, no stress. So I take off my shirt and I'm washing the car. And Kota is out and helping, whatnot. And then April takes the photo and puts it on the family chat. And I saw this flippin' fat thing attached to the front of my body. And I'm like,
who's that?
Is that what I look like to other people? No, like legit.
Sorry,
and
it's just the way you said it.
And then like 2-3 days later, I'm inside and I have no problem taking off my shirt normally. And then I was like, 2-3 days later, Dakota, I'm playing with her, put her on my shoulders and put her music, and I'm busy dancing with her. And they took a video of me dancing with her. And I can see these freaking handles. and I'm like, so I've got this big thing here, I've got these muffins on the side, and I'm going,
that me?
And I said, nah. And immediately, I was never conscious about it because I never ever had a weight problem. And I was like, I don't like how that looks. I don't like it. And it wasn't that I changed and I went straight into gym. I don't know. I just said, I maybe subconsciously knew the continuous drinking.
That something has to stop.
And it wasn't that I went out to drink. It was everything I did had a
drinking.
link to drinking.
Oh, I see.
Playing action cricket. You stay
Then
for
you're gonna
fights.
drink. Yeah.
Play cricket. It might
You're
not be
gonna
fun, you can
drink.
drink.
Yeah.
You play golf. You're gonna
So
drink.
you're not intentionally going out to drink,
but
you're
it's
going
part
to.
of it's part of
it's
everything. I was
part
like,
of,
I'm gonna stop that part of it. Yes, there's times where we'll go, we play golf, and we're like, no, we're gonna have drinks, and we will have drinks throughout
which
the day.
is okay.
But we've also
have
gone
one or
times.
nothing or
We've gone times where we don't do it at all. Sometimes we play paddle, we'll have beers. Other times we'll
don't.
pack an Energite or something. So like for me, that was just my immediately linking my physical looks and how that made me feel is completely relevant. And you literally picked up the exact
you know
time.
what? Touching on that as well before we close. Sorry, I was talking to my uncle in Wheatbank, and me and him have always been physical. Like physically fit, you understand? Not physical as in fighting.
I was about to say, you man has fight night there. Woo! Family fight night, boys.
King Julian there.
Yeah, physically fit.
Physically fit. There's actually
There's
a
a
picture
TikTok
that we
short.
took.
I wish I had a video.
There's
We're
a
gonna put King Julian there.
Nobody
Yeah,
was just going.
Jesse. There's a photo that we actually took. We were both on holiday without our shirts on, with the 6-pack on, right? So now, a few months ago, and I'm like, cheers. I call him Kule, and I'm like, bro, I'm not feeling good. Then he says, bad. You've got no idea. I was walking past the mirror in my underwear. Then he's like, yes, I'm looking at my underwear, and there is a gap in the bum. And the underwear is literally just sitting. There is no bum whatsoever. And there's like, flipping hell, do I look like that?
No bunda.
No bunda, zero.
I've never
So-
had that issue.
So that's exactly where I found myself. So I'm right by the mirror, and my wife, I'm about to leave for work. Then my wife is like, babes, wait. She looks at me, is like, yes, sis, your ass is gone, babes. Like,
Shame.
zero, you're flat.
And there's
right?
nothing you can do about
As
it.
soon as he's just felt bad.
Exactly.
He's come in and been like,
Like-
done.
That
Man's
was
done.
for me.
It's
That
like hitting
was
the wall.
exactly for me. That was my. I have to go back to gym. And my wife is happy doing home workouts. I can't do a home workout to save my life. You look at it on the TV, and like, nah, never. I want to be in a gym environment to actually change my style or my lifestyle. And I was like, no. I'm finding a gym. I'm
Weird,
going back
right?
to
Everyone
gym.
has a different thing
Yeah.
that will just set
Yeah.
them off.
So it does. Like it's that turning point where you look at yourself in the mirror. Like you looked at yourself in a chat group.
A family
You're
chat.
like,
And I was just like, I can't.
Nah.
I cannot have this.
Zero. I can't.
It's
do
just
that.
the
you
way
know what-
he says it
but
makes
you
it
know-
funny. But
you know
it's not
You
funny.
know what the thing is as much as that
And look, we
picture
made him
hurt me,
close off. I'm sorry, Rudy. We not judging
as
you.
much as that picture put me into the state where I was so upset about it.
Yeah.
I used that as motivation.
That was motivation.
Because literally I went, no, and then it wasn't, I didn't tell Tristan I was going to do this. There was people afterwards.
Consciously, I'm
and
done.
people went around and they're like, what's happening? Like you're disappearing a bit there. Like what's happening? And it was just, I made a decision for myself to get back to where I'm comfortable.
Yeah.
I'm not shredded. I don't have the six pack, but I'm comfortable in my skin.
Yes. And besides, have you noticed that gaining weight and being an alcoholic, you don't see it slip down, and you don't see yourself go down. It's only the people on the outside that are gonna say, "No, Rudy, you drink too much." But like, oh, just look at yourself. You never see it. You're gonna have the biscuit, you're gonna have the pie, you're gonna have the booty roll, you're gonna have this. Only when you let like, jeepers.
One too many booty rolls.
Exactly.
Right?
What's happening with you? Or you drink too much, or you're always at the pub. Like, do I have a drinking problem? But I don't think so.
You see,
because I was just going to drink because I had a hangover. So I'm just going to have one with the mates. So yeah.
Guys, thank you. It's been awesome.
There is one thing before we end.
But before you get to it, I want to say, Tats, thank you. I do like that you had your mic. We didn't have to switch you off. You were nice.
I was well behaved. Right?
You were well behaved today.
Well done with your yellow mic.
And then just to the viewers, guys, obviously we just search questions. Please post in the comments a question you'd like maybe for us to have a discussion about, something that you've got an opinion about. Maybe you've got an opinion about one of the questions we had. An answer, something you've done research on. Maybe you've got a personal experience. Please let us know. Like we said, we've said it many times, none of us are professionals in this room. We are just really open to discussing issues around men's mental health, the stigmas around it, and we want to make it and have a platform for you as a viewer, for you as a person, for a person going through something, someone else going through it, to have an avenue, a platform to express yourself, to find answers, to find a circle. You spoke about it, that we spoke many times. Find your circle of safety where you can maybe get a bit of guidance.
And then guys, thank you so much again for listening. We really appreciate you being part of our circle, being part of our group, being part of the Man Podcast. You know what? We can't do what we want to do without you guys. Thank you again so much. And I just wanted to give a reminder to everyone that there is always help available. In South Africa, there is a suicide crisis line that is run by the South African Depression and Anxiety Group. Please, if you ever feel like this world's not for you, it is. And give them a call. I'm going to give you the number now, but we want you here. We love the fact that you're a part of us. Thank you for giving us your time and sharing that time, like we spoke about that time. And
86400.
86400. Yes, that's the number. Not the number to phone, but the number of minutes. Okay.
We all getting that tattoo together.
Oh yeah.
I don't have a tattoo, but sure.
And we'll post that. We're gonna post our videos about
86400. 86400.
Sure.
I still need to speak to my wife. I'll still need to speak to my wife about getting another tattoo.
Okay,
but trying that for 2 years now.
Before we can get interrupted, guys, again, help is available. The South African Depression and Anxiety Group have a 24-hour hotline. You can call it at 0800 567 567. Any time of day, they're there to help, and it's very important that you do that if it gets to that point. We appreciate you. We want you here. Same with these guys. You two have been amazing today and always are. Thank you guys for having us. And I say us because I'm including the viewers. Always a fun time. Always amazing. And again, like and subscribe. We'll see you guys next week, Friday.
There's also another one as well for our American listeners and viewers. That's the National Suicide Prevention Helpline. So it's +1 800 273 TALK. So TALK is part of the numbers. Just check on the dial pad. And that's mental health professionals that are always on dial and for free.
There's a Logic song with that number as a title.
Wow.
Guys, you heard it from the two very, very intelligent men. There's help for you no matter where you go. And I'm sure there's many, many other companies, non-profits and all those type of people that are just, they're there. They're literally a phone call away. Give them a call if you need help. If you're scared to, reach out to one of us, DM one of us on the Man Podcast. Any of us will be willing to listen. We'll meet up, we'll have a cup of coffee, and let's help the person next to us. Guys, thank you. We hope to see you guys next week. Enjoy the podcast. Enjoy your week ahead. Let's make sure that we are all back. Guys, last big plea out there. Please like, share, and subscribe. And we will see you all next week. Cheers. Thank you.